Looking good versus being good. During the week, I don't get on social media as much as I used to. So I guess you could say that I'm not as current with some of the comments as I used to be when I was spending a little more time on social media. But that in itself is kind of interesting. So today I happen to be looking at my notifications and I saw, I had these different comments. So I had a little bit of time. So I was responding to the comments, and there was a gentleman that was saying that these women who claim to be happy single are going to be sorry when they get older. They're just going to regret it because being single is lonely and pointless, and the only thing fun about it is if you're promiscuous. And once you get too old to be promiscuous, then there's just nothing fun about it. And I said, oh, wow, that's a very interesting perspective. And I was like, well, we're all entitled to have our perspectives, but the research doesn't back you at all, because if the only thing that you think is interesting or appealing about being single is being promiscuous, you're not tapping into what other people see in it. Being able to explore your creativity, being able to travel, being able to have freedom to do a lot of different things that you may not be able to do as easily in a relationship. I was like, it kind of sounds like you have a very limited perspective on what life is worth, what life is for, and you're focusing way too much on a relationship status. And so there was a young lady that I guess wanted to piggyback on him and basically said that she thought that I was protesting too much about the benefits of singleness, and she used that quote, "Thou doth protest too much." And I said, well, first off, this is my post. And this comment, I wanted to respond to. And also for me, it's engagement because on Facebook, because of my following, I do get a check every month. And so whenever I respond, I'm literally almost getting paid when they say penny for your thoughts. I'm literally making, that plus more. So I'm literally getting that experience. And so that's what I said. I was like, I love responding when I have a chance to connect with people that are sharing their thoughts and to boost engagement and to get more followers and eventually, to get that payment. But even if I don't get the payment, right? I also love spreading awareness because there's so much misinformation out there, and there's so many people who believe whatever they hear on social media and don't do their own research. I kind of get a kick out of doing research. I kind of like to do research. So I research things all the time, especially as a writer, I research a lot of things. And so she was like, well, you haven't proven to me that, you're not miserable, because I still think you are, and um, you're talking about singleness, you're talking about divorce as if it's a positive thing. I think that breaking your vows is pathetic. And, I said, well, again, everybody's entitled to their opinions. But in my experience and from what I've known, the majority of people that get divorced, it's because the other person broke the vows. So why would they be breaking their back, breaking their heart, breaking their head, trying to figure out a way to save a relationship that the other person that they're in the relationship with doesn't value? What's the prize in that? To look good? To look like you are successful because you stayed in a relationship? I was like, a lot of people don't want to look a certain way. They want to be that. They literally want to be happy. They want to be successful. They want to be fulfilled. They don't just want to look it. And I said, and as far as I'm concerned, divorce was the best thing that I ever did. I've done so much with my life since then. I can't even compare my life now with the way it used to be when I was married. I'm a totally different person. I have experienced so much. And I said, and even the fact that we're having this conversation, I said, I posted this video 10 weeks ago and I'm still getting comments on it. And the comment that I responded to yesterday was 2 weeks old with the gentleman that you're piggybacking on. So, how amazing is it that I have the kind of following that I can post a post 10 weeks ago and still be getting comments on it 2 months later and be engaging with you today, which is 10 weeks since I posted it. I was like, if that doesn't solidify that, you know, I am enjoying what I'm doing, I'm enjoying my life, and I'm enjoying the opportunities that I have, you know, if that doesn't solidify it, I don't know what else does, because I could list all the things that I've accomplished since then. I mean, I've become a congressional award-winning activist. I've released 5 books on Amazon, 4 of them Amazon bestsellers. I retired at 53, took a year and a half off to just do what I wanted to do creatively. And I was able to do that because of the businesses that I've created, because of the investments that I've made, because of the career that I chose and the years that I put into that career. I've been given so many options because of the life I've chosen. And if you don't think I'm not excited and thrilled and amazed and awed that this is my life as a single woman, you would be so wrong. So I was like, the very fact we're even having this conversation is, for me, proof that I made the right choice and that my life as a single woman is full of so many opportunities that I couldn't have even fathomed having when I was putting all of my effort into keeping a marriage alive that the other person wasn't focused on in the least. So I'd rather be good than look good. May you walk in Synergy.